Boundary then, holes out to mid-wicket. Full toss, got it low on the bat. Jordan Silk up there, he's not going to drop that. So, yeah, that's a shame because with him at the crease, New South Wales had 260 on the board. Definitely now it makes it tough.
Oh, Gurinder Sandhu just a little low full toss. The bat almost twisted in Sean Abbott's hand. And a very easy catch for Jordan Silk. Disappointing. He's just getting going, hitting some nice ones, and that's almost been the story for him.
So Edwards comes to the crease. His brother opened up, and there has been no doubt the standout with the bat. Now it's Mickey's turn to have a go.
Mickey must have done the bowling in the backyard and Jack the batting.
Middle.
Still got, what, 4.5 overs to bat. Be a cardinal sin not to do that.
Yeah. Well, we just one wicket in the shed. They're going to be up against it, the New South Wales Blues. Such a good start. We thought they were back on track. Just losing wickets in clumps.
He's off the mark. Whip off the pads. Well, they were 2 for 133. So they lost 7 for under 100 from there on a good batting surface on a small ground.
Yeah, it's been the flavour of their JLT. As we see the fall of wickets there. 3 for 133. 4 for 140.
We're 2.
Yep, absolutely.
I thought Trent Copeland might have got a game today. I'm surprised he hasn't featured so far in their 3 games or 4 games now, given that he's a very handy bowler and his batting is more than useful. I think they might have to look at sliding him in next game if they happen to get beat today or tonight.
There's the slower one. Hustle through for a single. 9 for 232. Plenty to look forward to though, John Hastings, with the Tasmanians, especially if McDermott and Wade feature at the top of the order. Both made some big hundreds this tournament. I think they both made 117, and Matty Wade made it in spectacular style. This is the lineup: Wade, McDermott, Doran, the man we've been speaking to, Jordan Silk, George Bailey, Malenko can hit a long ball. So there's plenty of batting there.
Even Clivey Rose down the bottom. Gurinder Sandhu can hold a bat. So I think they're very, very well balanced.
A little bit of a tail though, I think.
Tiny bit of a tail, but I was speaking to Matty before the game and he was really happy with the way Clive was hitting the ball. So they've gone.
So he's a number 7, you think?
Yeah.
Well, he is today, but do you think he's a genuine number 7?
We'll have to wait and see, won't we?
That was pretty non-Canadian. Was Johnny?
Mate, put that in your notes.
I will.
Don't sit on the fence.
I'll write that one
Sit
down.
on the fence.
Put that one down. No, I mean, it's a solid batting side, but,
Yep.
you know, they didn't lose 3 early ones. It looks like a bit of a tail to my eye, not to yours. But
They're heavily reliant on those top sort of 4 or 5, aren't they? George Bailey with the experience, Matty Wade,
yeah.
Benny McDermott in red-hot form. So the bulk of the runs have to come from the top 5 or 6. They've given Clivey an opportunity today at 7.
Oh,
Whippy shot.
that's not a number 11 shot. That's not bad, that one.
Talented boys, aren't they?
It's got Pigeon G. McGrath covered, that shot. Flashy little dab, wasn't it?
Nice flourish of the bat. Steve Smith style.
I reckon Josh Philippi plays for Warriors, bats like Steve Smith. Even looks like him.
Well, that's a good full delivery from Meredith. Heard his
job.
lengths today, hasn't he?
Well kept out.
Very well.
Earlier on today, South Australia made 280, Tommy Cooper 139, but Queensland did it easily, 3 for 281, Bryant 71, and Chris Lynn 106 off 71 balls, 8 fours and 8 sixes. Queensland won that one by 7 wickets at Hurstville, for those just catching up on the news. Short.
Well, I was watching some of the highlights of Chris Lynn smacking some sixes at Hurstville Oval, and he wasn't getting many of them. They were just flopping over there.
Were they? Shanking them.
That's the problem when you've got a small ground like this. It brings guys even more so like Chris Lynn into the game, because they can just hit through the line of the ball with no fear. They know that if they just get a top edge on it, just get a bit of bat on it, it's going to be six. So some of those shots from Chris Lynn were just lobbing over. So.
Deserved 2 rather than 6.
It's full and nicely played down the ground.
No.
Beats mid off.
It's 4.
And it'll get to the rope.
Good shot, just a punch. Now, you know, Mark Howard's quite famous. He gave Chris Lynn that nickname, Linsanity. That's how he did that many years ago in the Big Bash, didn't you?
Well,
you got it from somewhere. I
nicked
know
it off the NBA,
Yeah,
but,
I know, but
we'll claim it. I did nick it. There's nothing new in the world these days. That's a good shot, though. I think he's just back from the Caribbean as well. He spent some time in the Caribbean Premier League. Chris, Trinbago.
Oh, it's good to see him back. He's missed the last 5 JLTs.
Well played. No way he's number 11. End of the over, 9 for 238, 3 to go.
We mentioned the Queensland game that started earlier today over at Hurstville. Carey amongst the runs again. Zampa with runs as well. Big Billy. And then Chris Lynn 106. Bryant 71 off 32. And Zampa had a pretty good game too.
Well, I think Bryant might be a name that slides into Alan Border's book, Black Book.
So Adam Zampa's bowling well at the moment. I liked his variety. He's bowling that wrong and a lot more. He started the season off well.
And on some tough pitches as well. Wacker, it's not easy to bowl spin
they
over
bowl
there.
well over there.
Hurstville.
I think over the years, you know, he's always been renowned as an accurate bowler, but I think these days, wrist spinners, particularly one-day cricket, need variety. I think it just adds an extra dimension to their bowling, and it's good to see him bowling with a lot more variety so far this season.
Punched away through point. They seem to be bowling at speed too, Mark Ward. Rashid and...
Yeah, it's the modern trend. They don't float it up too much these days. They bowl it into the pitch. Just got to get your length right if you're bowling quick. You don't want to be too full. But, yeah, that's the modern trend. And the variety, you know, mixing it up. Doesn't matter what sort of bowler you are. I think these days you've got to have that variety.
Oh, Dorsch just climbs into that one. The man comes in though. Brilliant catch again, this time from Clive Rose. His second catch. They've been wonderful in the field. And that is a summation really of the Blues' day. Looked like it, didn't quite get there. In the end, they're all out for just 239.
Well, Clive Rose ran around beautifully there. Covers the ground nicely, Clive Rose. Another slow ball there from Gurinder Sandhu. Benny Dwarshuis just got it off the toe a fraction. Oh, great catch there from Clivey Rose.
Yeah, that's a really good catch. Good movement, nice cushioning. Watch the ball well. Dorsch will be disappointed. He leaves Mickey Edwards on 7. And Sandhu finishes with 4 wickets, 4 for 42. The Blues don't bat out their 50 overs. Disappointing, all out 239.
Up next, we'll have a look at the wickets, the scorecards, etc. The Tigers need 240 runs to win. A massive summer coming up on Fox Cricket, a 24-hour channel. And the Aussies will be playing Test cricket against Pakistan in Dubai.
Rise and rise again, like the phoenix from the ashes, until the lambs have become lions, waking into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. Rise and rise again.
advertisement for the game.
Harvey Norman, the home of king-size TVs. Bigger is better. Immerse yourself in the unbeatable viewing experience of a king-size TV. Whether it's game day, movie night, or a binge weekend, enjoy spectacular clarity and incredible detail. With the latest and greatest technology from all the big brands, you'll connect more, see more, and experience more from a king-size TV. We make it easy for you to select the right TV. Bigger is better. Big screens, big brands, big deals. See your king-size TV specialists now at Harvey Norman.
Go!
Toyota Camry. Defy expectation. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Fox Flicks. It's all you can watch movies. With over 1,000 movies and a new movie every day, you can stream as many as you want.
Stop right there. I'm in.
This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll find it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Slice it. Dice it. Whatever way you like it.
I like this. Punch it.
Choose your movie adventure now.
Hang on.
You should see your faces. You're in pursuit.
Stop it now.
To get Fox Flicks, upgrade to IQ3 or IQ4 now.
Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho has been keen for the media to give him the respect, obviously, that he deserves, which is why they've been playing this clip over and over and over. It's just so sad.
Want to watch Foxtel? Wherever you want, download the new Foxtel Go app, sign in, and you're away. Register multiple devices, watch two at the same time, now in HD. Choose between live TV and Foxtel On Demand. Create your own watch list to stream movies, drama, sport, and more. And if you have multi-room, you can cast from a device to the big screen.
Foxtel Go. It's just one way we're bringing more to your Foxtel subscription.
Wow.
And everyone screaming when birds go out.
Goodness me. If he doesn't calm down, he might just pop.
You wouldn't bet against Patrick Reed following him in.
JLT, match 9. All smiles to Matty Wade and the Tasmanians because they have done a wonderful job in the field. They didn't drop a catch, they fielded absolutely brilliantly and did some wonderful bowling as well, Mark. Well, they were impressive all round.
Yeah, they certainly were, Tasmania. I thought they were a little bit sloppy early with the new ball, but they adjusted their lengths to suit the conditions. The catching was excellent, led by Jake Doran up front, and they never missed a trick, really.
You can have a look at the card there. Hughes didn't really get going. Edwards was the standout with the bat. He batted wonderfully well at the top of the order.
Yeah, he made it look easy, 68 from 50. Then Patterson looked dangerous for a while. They were 2 for 133, New South Wales, but they just kept losing wickets at the wrong time. They never really got on top of the bowling. They were sort of battling all the way, apart from Edwards. So, yeah, 239. It doesn't look enough, but you never know.
You said throughout the commentary you thought they should have taken a more positive attacking approach with the bat?
Yeah, I think they just looked a bit tentative, and that's shown through in their first 3 games where there's been a lot of starts but no real domination with the bat. Daniel Sams has dominated, but apart from that, they just look a little bit hesitant, a bit half-hearted, and you can see that in their stroke play, and they're just, they're not really backing themselves 100%. Jack Edwards looked extremely good for his 68. That was about the only ball he mishit, and unfortunately he paid the price. But once it got through that was a great catch by Jake Doran. Moses Enriquez sort of flashing at a ball there. Meredith bowled really well. Clive Rose bowled well. This was the big wicket because Curtis Patterson was just looking set, and he got out to a nothing sort of shot, played right around the ball, and then it was all downhill from then on, really.
Yeah, they lost wickets in clumps in a hurry as well. Sams was the man that had been making runs. He just got a top edge on the short ball, and they just continued just to look like they were getting going here. Green made runs, and then when they look to be getting a bit of momentum, bang, they'd lose another wicket.
Yeah, a lot of 20s, that's exactly right. Just even Larkin 32 from 50 odd, he wasn't really on top of the bowling, so that's probably a little bit of self-belief and not really committing to the shot. Fortune tends to favour the brave. They didn't have a lot of luck, New South Wales, but you know, Tasmania, every chance they got, they capitalised on it. And then Dorcius at the end, not batting out the 50 overs. That's another thing that you can't really do. That's a cardinal sin, especially on a good batting wicket. So New South Wales not at their best, but Tasmania bowled very well and fielded well. Yeah, you can look at the bowling figures there. Jackson Bird started well with a new ball, 2 for 43. Figures-wise, Sandhu 4 for 42, 2 of those wickets with the slow ball. Yeah, and you'd think the New South Wales would be well aware of that, being a former New South Welshman. But I think Riley Meredith was definitely the pick of the bowlers. He bowled quick and you know, got a bit out of that track as well. Tasmania have played 2 games. They've won both of them, and that has been built up through runs at the top of the order. We'll probably see Wade and McDermott open up. They've both made hundreds in the tournament. There's a bit of excitement to come. Well, there is. I mean, if they bat anything like they've batted so far in the tournament, Matthew Wade, 100 off 65 balls in the first game. If he does that, this game will be over very quickly. It'll be a short night, Mark Howard. But you never know. If New South Wales can get early wickets, I just spoke earlier that the Tasmanian batting order was a little bit long in the tail, so early wickets, you never know what might happen. It'll get chilly later on here too. I might need to borrow your jacket. They won't need that in Dubai though. Australia, the first test Sunday, October 7. It is at a wonderful time as well, as far as Australian viewers go. So Pakistan, Australia, that starts on October 7. And then Saturday night, keep an eye out for Australia versus New Zealand, a women's T20 international. That is Saturday, 6:50 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Just quickly, I know you're a local man. What do the New South Wales bowlers need to do? Need to get early wickets, need to bowl the right length. I think there's a bit there with the new ball. So if you can bang it in the right length, take their catches. They haven't been catching that well in this series as well. So early wickets, catch well, put some pressure on, you never know. 240 is the score that the Tassie Tigers are chasing down to win 3 games to start their tournament. So much to come. Have a look at some and a listen to some.